Alright, let's do another one. So this one says women in less developed countries who want to start up small businesses often turn to microloans, a practice in which she is lent modest amounts of money. So I think this is a good one. A lot of kids ask me questions about this one. But let's go through this. First of all, you have to know what microloans are. Well, you don't have to, but microloans, they lend out really, really nominal sums of money, and then with that money, they, buy stuff, and they pay it back. This is actually quite successful. I think somebody won a Nobel Prize with this concept. But in any case, so let's look at this. It says, in A, it says in which she is lent. The problem with this one is we don't know who she is. All of a sudden they gave she, and in this case it doesn't match because it says women, right? Women want to start businesses and they get money, but women is plural and she is singular. So right away A is wrong and B is also wrong. What about C? Lend her. Yes, it's also just one person, because we have she, and maybe you're thinking, oh, maybe it's an object, right? But in this case, it still doesn't make sense because this is one person who came out of nowhere when they're saying women get stuff, right? What about D? D says a practice they are lent modest amounts of money. So this one sounds terribly wrong, but I think you could fix this one a little bit in some way. So let's see. A practice, if they did maybe in which, okay, a practice in which they are lent money, modest amounts of money. So I think that actually fixes that sentence, but D is not that, right? What about E? And a lot of students, they refuse to pick E, or they're afraid to because they don't know what this phrase whereby means, right? But answer is E, and whereby means like through. Right? Through meaning like a practice whereby they are lent modest sums of money. And practice doesn't mean like you're practicing an instrument. It means, an act, right? What act? The act is talking about microloans. So a practice whereby they are lent small amount of money. And in this case, they matches because it's talking about women, right? There's nothing else. So the best answer is E.